They must be next surgery permanent too. Luckily, I don't have to have that. So it would have been dragging a lot through it. But he did good with my other surgery. I didn't have any trouble. My feeling was.
Do our sign in at the end.
Trust him. I told him I probably would have called him a couple of 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay, I have 7 o'clock. I think we will suspend the board doing their signing of the form so everyone can talk before it gets too long. Maybe a long night. We will do our paperwork at the end instead of the beginning. So, Michelle, if you'd like to start us off.
All right, thank you. I will. Everybody bear with me, my voice is trying to cause me issues tonight. Thank everyone for being here tonight. It looks like a full house. It's kind of unusual for you guys. So, again, my name is Michelle Carrico. I'm with the Southern Indiana Development Commission, and we're assisting. Come on in, have a seat if you like. We're assisting the town with applying to the Office of Community and Rural Affairs for a grant for the water system improvements that the town is looking at right now. I'd like to start off the public hearing by passing around the sign-in sheet for everyone. Just in attendance of the public hearing, sign, please. I do need to state a few things. It is May 4th, 2026 at 7:01 p.m. Here at the Alfordsville Town Meeting. Can everyone hear me okay? The meeting was advertised in compliance with Indiana Code IC 5-3-1. The meeting was advertised in the Washington Times-Herald on April 14th, 2026. Purpose of the meeting is to provide the citizens the opportunity to express their views, comments on community development and housing needs, past community development and housing activities, and the proposed project, which consists of obtaining grant funds for water system improvements for the town. The proposed project would include construction of a booster station along County Road 1250 East, a pressure reducing valve PRV pit, and tank controls over by the tank, electrical work that is associated with that, and also a generator. The total amount of CDBG funds to be requested is $750,000. The amount of CDBG funds proposed to be used for activities that will benefit low and moderate income persons in the area is $470,175. The town also proposes to expend an estimated $650,700 in non-CDB funds on hand, or what we call local funds. These non-CDBG funds will be derived from the following sources, and they are looking at revenue bonds for that local match. The estimated cost will include the construction cost, the engineering and inspection cost, site acquisition, administration, environmental review, labor standards, rate accounting, legal and bond counsel fees. Notice placement will occur as a result of this project. At this time, I'd like to open up the public hearing here for any comments, people who've had issues with the water system themselves, something they could say that affects them in their daily lives potentially, why there's the need for water system improvements. Barry, do you want to speak just briefly on the need being the pressure issue that the town has had for quite some time?
Yeah, exactly. The water system was installed back in 1970 to basically serve the town of Alfordsville itself. It did not go out into the township. And it, by all accounts, it did serve the town fairly well. However, there has been basically no improvements made to the system in the past 50 years. So we are anticipating a growth over the next several years of people moving into the area. as well as some of our commercial customers who, especially during the summer, take quite a bit of water. I received issues from people saying they have low pressure during the summer when the commercial customers are doing their draws. So the booster pump, it will hopefully alleviate that. It is not a panacea, it does not solve everything, but it is a start. We know we cannot replace this system or bring it up to code, which would probably take another tower or things like that. Part of the issue was when all the additional lines were added, there was no engineering studies done. They said, let's just put a line down this road. Well, that works until it doesn't. And we are almost to that point now. So we're trying to stop our slide and get ahead of it until we get behind the 8 ball and we have to do something. That is the situation we're trying to avoid. We think this is the best way to proceed. We have consulted professional engineers, and they have conducted numerous tests, and they too agree this is how we should proceed. This basically is the most economical method we can to move forward. So that's why we're going down this area right now.
Thank you very,
Well,
very well. Does anyone have any comments or?
What's the commercial? Who are the commercial that you're talking about? The turkey
turkey
farmers?
farms, yeah.
Do they have to pay like extra for hooking up their big old turkey farm?
They have larger valves, bigger meters that can work.
I didn't know if they should have to pay for the pressure ordeal. But. Right, so do we, but we don't make anybody's pressure go down.
I was there 2 years ago and there was a discussion about calling for a grand quarry water tower. What happened to that? It's been a while since I've been.
We decided we could go this way instead of finding ground to set a new tower.
But wouldn't it be more feasible to go with a new water tower because this community is going to grow? And you notice people moving in the area and more families coming. I know you say you just want to supply Alfordsville where you started that. But you've taken on the whole Reed Township. And I just don't understand what a boost pump is going to do except for the people on it. And you can't even put anybody else on it, right? The system.
We're hoping with the added pressure from the boost, we will be able to add more customers.
Would that include Pennyville area to the north, Fort Corning? There's several families down in that area.
It would depend what the engineering studies would say. I'm not ruling that out.
Yeah.
You know.
Because there's some nice homes down there,
Mhm.
and my family's wanting to build homes there too. We've got 150 acres to build on. We're taxpayers.
Sure.
We get grant money. We should be included.
And that's something we could look at, but again, that's additional customers that this pump station we're trying to get to. You know, we've got to take our first step.
They had to, last time I was here, they said it's a tower, and I'm thinking, is a tower quite a bit more than the new boost pump? I mean, 700,000.
It would be,
That's not,
and
that's pretty good sum of money.
the problem is the supply line is a 4-inch line that goes to a 2-inch valve, I believe is our main meter. So it would take forever to fill 2 towers with that.
What kind of line runs to the turkey houses?
They run 1-inch line to the middle.
Yes. Really? Have you ever considered tying in with Davis County Rural?
We discussed that. Our engineering team met with them, and nothing came of that.
You're forward, they're not?
I would rather not if I'd have my brothers, but if that is what we're forced to do, we could do it.
So you're against it, but rural is not.
The rule did not seem in favor either. Like I said, our engineers did not think that was an avenue to explore after their meetings.
So if we get this pressure thing, it gets more water, pressure or water out to whoever out here near the sky. But then we'll run out of water faster, right?
Well, no, it won't overdrive the line. That's what the valve at the tower is for.
I mean, but like the total water amount, like when we have to start taking from somebody else, whatever we open it. Don't we get the water from someone else after we get low?
We do right now, as an emergency, we have Martin County as backup.
But that's what that pressure, valve will do.
Give us more
At the
water?
tower.
It will
It monitors how much water.
monitor the tank level, and so if that needs to be, it'll slow down or tell them that they need to pull from each point, but it'll level the tank out.
Let's
And
see.
you're supposed to be able to fill the tank quicker with the additional pressure
Okay.
and with that
That makes
valve.
sense.
So it's supposed to make it a whole lot better overall, pressure wise and for water availability throughout the system.
Are any of the lines, water lines going to be replaced? I know we've had a couple of breaks here recently.
Well, right now, they're just replaced as needed. That is our long-term goals, but right now, we're not even looking at that right now.
And both times, I found out that the water was shut off when I turned on the water that I'd been using earlier in the morning and there was no water. Seems to me there should be some better way to let people know when the water's shut off. I mean, not everybody is on Facebook. I found out from Debbie here, that the water company has a Facebook page, but if you comment on it, it's just a generic, thanks for contacting us. And, I usually call Katie.
That's if you message the page, it sends the generic
Yeah, that's what I
version,
meant.
just to respond and it notifies me
Or
as
it
well.
notifies you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I know maybe a lot of people now, but, we had Mary Burris, I know that, she was older, she didn't have a computer or anything like that. And of
What would
course,
you suggest, that they go to every door and tell them? Or there's
Well,
no other way
there
to do
needs,
it?
there needs to be some way, so people don't go to their faucet and turn it on, expecting to get water out of it.
At one time, radio stations, you could call in and notify them and they would do it, but you're not listening to your radio.
Yeah.
You're not gonna know, and most of them won't even,
And that was an emergency break too. I mean,
yeah.
It was,
something.
Yeah,
it was something that
You didn't have any control over that.
which I expected the second time, because I saw the equipment down there after they worked on it, I'm like, okay, it's going to be.
well, and we
shut
were
off.
at their mercy as well because they were forecasting a lot of rain, so they called within an hour's notice that they were coming, so of course we had to hurry up and jump
Yeah.
and get it fixed.
Are you able to keep your tower?
You that and got the tower. The reason we didn't have another tower put up there, one reason we didn't have enough room up there to is, and everything, you got all the valves up there. One goes north, the rest of it comes north, and one comes to the town. Now, I know there's two more valves there plus that.
Yeah,
And the one goes across the road over where Jerry had that barn over there. There's a line used to run to that.
You told about Jerry right before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
And we had that surveyed about putting a tower up there, but there isn't enough room.
Yeah.
Cause all the other shut-offs and everything in there, they couldn't do it. And Sean Gabbard, he surveyed it, and gave enough room there to do it.
Is there a chance that you could go out of town and put a tower up somewhere that would benefit?
Well, they might do like they did Calvert over, you gotta have the easement and all that to do it. You can't just go on somebody's ground, and say, hey,
Oh, I know that, I'm asking for,
Yeah.
options.
I know what you're saying. But we're working, we're getting enough for water, being filled with the other tower, up. We can't get this in that church room.
Well, that's what I don't know. That was my question when I started to talk.
Yeah.
Are you able to keep that tower full?
Well, we can return both places on.
Lagodi and.
Yeah.
And we're counting on stuff from Hagesville.
No, it's beautiful.
That's
Actually,
that's
Coca
the
Lake.
problem, Joe,
Okay.
is we can't keep our tower.
Yeah.
We can't get it over here fast enough for the usage on this side.
Unless you tie in with somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, more or less.
Yeah.
Or we boost it and get it over here. Yeah, with a booster, we can keep the tower.
Where would the booster go? Would it go up here?
Right.
It's
I
going
think go
on,
down towards the river.
yeah, it's
Is that
close to the
where it
river.
comes from, across the lake?
Yes, it goes across the river.
Okay. Portersville or?
Portersville, yeah.
Not Martin County. Someone said Martin County, I thought.
No,
Just when the tower's low, they come from.
Oh,
Previous work.
Yeah, the river.
And you can tell when you're on Martin County water.
Everything turns white. Yeah, I've heard that.
So the booster would have to shut down here for White River. So how many more people would that booster be able to supply? Can you give me a number?
I do not know off the top of my head. I mean, it
You got 510 right
customers?
Yeah.
I don't think we have anywhere near that.
Huh?
I don't think we have anywhere near that.
We're at
200 and something.
210,
now.
maybe,
Your,
at the most.
your website says 510, that's what.
That's how many residents we supply, residential customers.
Yeah, that's what you.
That's people.
Right.
Like families.
206, 208, say 210, I'll catch it.
All right, got it. Okay, on the same page.
Is there anybody here who has issues at their residence due to the pressure at your residence, where you can't do more than one or two things in the house at one time, or as far as?
Not really, not
Just not real good
the
pressure
last year and a
sometimes.
half.
Yeah, we have.
How,
That's it.
when was your breakage up here that you talking about? Was it recently?
Yeah.
Yes,
till
in the-
end of March.
March,
So when that breakage happened, then you lost water
Right.
at most places and.
Yeah, and plus we had to put boil order in.
We would have lost that water even if we had a booster.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
those, the customers were out of water. If the break was in the same place, even with a booster pump,
sure,
we lost it.
sure. So what's the engineers think if you put the booster pump in? How many more residents, how many more up to 210 you think you could get?
They were going for area covered, and they believe it will cover the entire area, so.
What do you mean?
You're not adding anybody.
Well, it would be, what's
That's
what
why
we
I wanted
anticipate.
kind of a number. They should be able to give you a number, how much more.
so we have some areas that we supply that have extremely low pressure,
Right.
so this will boost their water pressure
Okay.
to the ends of our.
I don't have a
water
number,
lines.
how many more you can add on with.
Not off the top of my head, I can go back and reread engineering report, it may be in there, but nothing stuck out.
I believe they said there was,
This
should
is
be
a
enough
federal grant, right?
for a little, yes,
That's what we're trying to do.
yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I would
There should
think
be
they-
for a
I
little
would
bit of
think they'd have to
additional,
have a
I mean, you're
number.
not talking massive numbers, but there was a little bit for a little additional, along with the pressure increase for everybody else. The Okra grant is a grant. Now, your revenue bond, of course, would be basic. That is going to be, we're getting ready to talk about that tonight. We're going to do an ordinance, but the revenue bond is basically, it goes on the market and gets sold that way at the time after bids are in and all that. And then there's the payback on it, of course, once construction's done, and once you close on it. No, it's not.
So this pump is gonna cost, what you're applying for then, this 750,000 or what?
The $750,000 we are applying for to the state for a grant, yes. And at the same time, you've got to have local match for your total project cost, and that's where the revenue bonds come in. And that'll be from the water utility. That's your repay.
That still is gonna solve.
People
Complete
just like that
problem.
really want it.
Right.
You really need another tower.
even,
with the pump, could you use another tower?
That would be an engineer question. I think it was looked at initially in discussions, and
Yeah.
the best two options that they came up with, and one was really cost prohibitive, and that was a bunch of increased lines and all. We're talking about $9 million or something.
Could I ask what engineering company you're using?
It is Commonwealth Engineering.
Commonwealth Engineering.
Well, the reason I asked about location of the tower, if someone could find a piece of land somewhere, how much land do you need?
It would depend on the side of the tower. That's hypothetical right now. I really don't know.
How much do you have up there? How much?
and he ain't very much up there.
Yeah.
You go up there and look at the flags, and you're
Is it
sure.
less than,
But you don't have,
Half acre, so.
yeah,
you know, like a half acre or,
No.
not even that much.
Nope.
I didn't know how much ground it would take to set up a tower. That's the reason I asked.
It kind of depends on what type of tower you're doing too. Usually.
That was just a big tank.
It's a standard height, yeah.
How tall is it?
80 feet.
Well, if there's no further comments or questions, I'll get ready to adjourn the public hearing. Any last comments before I do that?
You're not, you really don't want to hook on to another water line such as Davis County.
Well, there's really no one that really wants to hook on with us.
Jump on the bus.
Wants to hook on with us, because there's no one really available.
You mean them?
Yeah,
Okay.
they really weren't in favor of hooking on with
Well,
us.
I talked to them recently and about running a line down toward us. And they're willing to do it, but, come toward that road, but it's difficult.
Mhm.
And they could also come down Corning Road, but, I don't know. You just have to talk to them again,
Well, like I said, our engineering team has met with them, and they were satisfied that was not an avenue that'd be open.
So if I got a home, I'm gonna build out here where your water line goes. You would not give me a meter? I mean, could I hook on?
And right now, can we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Well, I got property down there where the line quits, I mean, they can hook on there.
Oh, you're asking, we could run a new line,
Yes.
that's up to the board.
I thought even a new connection, is there already existing water main there?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
So it's at the crossroad. It's at the crossroad down there where it goes. I mean, the state's got water right there, you get the state water. I mean, their little building line's just right there in the corner.
That's where the line ends right there too.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's far out.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
you
my
have to run the
property,
line.
my property's 20 feet away.
Oh, you're gonna build a home on that side of the road,
Well, eventually now we've got 100 acres there.
then there wouldn't be. Yeah,
But I need water for my farm use, And I'm on next to chemicals, I have no way to get water. I'm just asking, can I get a meter there? What, get a membership and get a meter?
Right now, that is the absolute end of that line, so that has probably the worst water pressure in the line, is it not, Bill?
yeah, it's not bad though.
Yeah, but it's-
Most of them don't complain.
I mean, we got a meter there now, it's not,
Yeah.
I'm not complaining what, we got a blue bill, there.
So you want another meter?
Yeah, it's my property. Yes. It's on the other side of the road.
Yeah,
It's west of there.
he owns a property right across from where our line ends,
Okay.
across the road. There's Glendale, it'd be diagonal.
I I'm asking, can I get a meter there?
Should be able to, I would think.
That's go on the road there to put it over
Yeah, I can go on the road.
Okay, I can get it there.
Should be able to.
We should or could.
Yeah.
I don't like should.
there. You're right,
I can.
on the north side.
I
of the
can
road.
get a meter there. That's
Yeah.
all I wanna know. Okay, thank you.
The application itself is due June the 7th. So we're putting final touches on the application itself. There is a survey for residents to complete that's been out for a week or two now at this point. Just asking some water system questions if you have any issues. Reed made comments on that survey, I believe, of any issues that you may have. Any support is greatly appreciated by the town. Support letters are an important piece of the application. The need, the residential impact is important to the state when they look at these applications. So if you all are so inclined to do a support letter for the town, it would be much appreciated of concerns or issues that you may have or in support of improving the water system itself.
We just gonna write a little letter and bring it the next time we have a meeting.
Actually, I need it by the first week in June there. So if you did it by the first, that would be fine. Sorry, I was a little ahead of myself. We've got a little bit of time there. So yes, that would be fine.
I'm gonna ask one question. Can anybody here tell me how much our water bills are gonna go up off the top of their head?
We are trying desperately to keep it less than $10 a month.
Less than 10? I was just asking.
Yeah.
I think everybody here would like to ask that question.
Du Bois did increase their rates as well, so that is going to add to it.
And I think that was another couple of bucks.
Yeah.
Right.
What is, Katie, what's the minimum rate now? Is it still 20?
$27.50 just to have a meter with no water.
All right. I'll go ahead and adjourn the public hearing tonight at 7:27 p.m. Thank you all.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You ready?
Whenever you want.
Okay.
You want to hear Dave?
Have you got all the timeline for that?
I have yes, you did.
Are we supposed to be here for this or?
You can be. You absolutely can be. I got it.
Yeah. Somewhere. I don't know. I think it is.
Okay, I'm Dave Lett, I'm returning Lagodi, and I've been asked to help out with this. And, the town also has an attorney, a bond attorney in Indianapolis. And they actually do all the heavy lifting with this, so. The schedule, there's a timeline scheduled for this. And we're going to introduce the bond ordinance tonight, and then the board can adopt the ordinance if it so desires. It has to adopt it by June 1st. As Michelle said, the application deadline is June 7th. That's to be submitted. Okra, which is the funding organization, then will decide and award the grants by
September now.
It's changed to September.
They're saying September sometime.
Okay. And if everything worked, well, that would change this because they had this scheduled for closing on the sale of bonds by September 4th. So that will change because of the change in the Okra awards. So the bond ordinance is to provide for revenue for, as Michelle said, for the matching funds. Okra
when you receive a grant, you have to, the procedure is there has to be matching funds provided by the borrowing organization, which is the town. So, this, bond will be used to provide the matching funds. Michelle, you know the numbers again, I'm not gonna try to.
With the estimated total project cost right now, the local match that we're looking at is $650,700.
So unless you wanna come with that out of your pockets, that's where the matching funds is gonna come from this bond ordinance. So, and these bonds will be sold probably to banks or private bonding, organizations that purchase these bonds, and they'll be payable over. a good
40
period.
years, up to not to exceed 40 years is what they have in.
2 to 4 years.
No,
40.
not to exceed 40 years.
Okay.
I don't know if any of those will be around in the So, anyway, so that's, it's a 42-page ordinance, so if you want me to read the 42 pages, we can.
Yes.
It's a great cure for insomnia, trust me.
Yes. So, may I answer any questions
How does
between
it-
Michelle and I?
So how does it get paid back? I don't know, through our payment?
Through your,
Through-
through your user rate.
Through water, yeah, through water collections, rate
Is that the
collections.
$10 that you're talking about? Okay.
Any other questions? So I guess at this point, it's up to the board whether whether the board will entertain and make a motion to adopt the bond ordinance tonight or not. So,
Let me go ahead and adopt it tonight.
I do have a question.
Is that a thing with the paper? Don't we have to advertise for it now?
I wasn't sure how that worked, whether they have to do that in between actually
We
doing.
can go ahead with it. What you would do, the board, excuse me, the board would make a resolution to waive the two meeting requirement. So you can do it all tonight. So it's acceptable to you.
If you don't know how many years it's gonna take to pay it back yet, or what, who decides that, the years that you pay back, then how would you know how much would be added to the bill? I'm just wondering. You know, like you said, it was $10, so I didn't know if it's gonna be less than 40 years, or 30 or 20, or be a big difference.
Well, it's gonna be a set amount that'll be repaid. So that whenever that amount is accumulated, whether it be it 30 years or 32 years or 40 years, that's when they will stop collecting it. And that's when the town's obligation to
But
pay it.
it'll be $10 no matter what then.
Well, that's an estimate. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Okay, that's all. That's all right. Was wondering.
Well, Michelle, if you don't take any legal hurdles, I'm okay with going ahead and doing the bond.
As long as there's no publication issues or all, I mean, you can do it tonight or you can wait till your meeting.
Well, if we do it tonight, that gives you another month, doesn't it?
When is your June meeting?
It's first, it's
June
June
1st.
Yeah.
It'll make it a little tight if you wait till June 1st, but you certainly may if the board decides it wants to consider it some further, if you want to read the whole thing.
I mean, what would we do if we didn't do that?
If we didn't do it at
No
all,
other way.
well,
You wouldn't be
then
able to go.
we're right back where we are.
Yeah,
And you'd have to wait for the next round of Okra grants, which,
yeah, and then do the same thing.
and
Probably more expensive, I don't know, since they keep going up.
expenses would,
You okay with doing it?
construction expenses would probably.
You want to do it?
I'll make a motion, we do it tonight. So do I have a second? Bob, motion passed.
With, the bonds, did you say to go to banks and other companies, big companies? Would their, like say, this, Edward Jones or whomever, would their, cause usually they'll sell them out to other people or put them out there. Would that depend on them, the amount of time that the bonds were held for?
It'll be scheduled. When they purchase it, $650,000, they will, and they look at the rate of repayment. Right now, it's what, 210 customers, or meter customers, times $10, I'm not real great at the math, so, but they'll look at that, they'll schedule that, and at that point, if you add customers, that will decrease the repayment schedule.
I know I've got some bonds, and they have whichever, like Indiana University or whomever that has them, they have a time frame that they're gonna be paid up, and sometimes they'll call in early.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, yeah, when it looks like it's gonna be paid off early, then they'll call the bonds and take care of it, won't go to the end date. Sir?
How much percentage did the water department have to put up to get the grant?
Well, you have to, the difference between the total project cost, what it's gonna cost, and the max of the grant request is 750, so you have to come up with the difference there, which is the 650, 700 right now. Now, bids haven't come in until later, they could come in a little higher. And that's why whenever they do the revenue bonds here, you'll see it's a 2 million max on it, is
Right.
what it is. That's to cover contingencies or if costs come in higher than what is estimated right now at this point.
56 what?
650.
650 is the target number.
650, 700 is the local match right now. That's what's estimated right now before bids come in.
But for protection's sake, the bond ordinance says that it can't exceed 2 million.
Right.
So that's,
Well, they want that on the right mode.
And that's because it covers if you don't get the grant as well, so. That goes down if you get the $750,000 grant.
So we definitely need to be writing letters if we want this grant.
You really do, yes, because it really is important for the scoring and.
Letters.
Yeah.
You said something about a survey. Is there a printed survey that's being mailed out to the residents?
I don't think I have it with me
Don't
tonight.
have any 20 minutes ago. It's like,
it won't need to be signed tonight, it's just,
Okay.
it's been approved. and
okay, perfect, thank you.
You won't do that until the whole thing flies.
Okay, perfect.
I have the resolution tonight then, depending on what you guys was gonna do, I was gonna hold off on